favorite 3 albums of all time?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a fucking hard one. There's more than 3, but
Of course.
oh my lord. The Wall, Pink Floyd. Top easy. Man, that is a hard. Volume 4, Black Sabbath is insane. Man, you can't just say 3 because this is just 3 that comes up
I know.
off the top of my head. And I gotta say, the Gladiator soundtrack, Hans Zimmer is crushing it.
Cool. It was going to be 6 albums, but I thought that was too much.
Yeah, no, it's
I would have done a 3.
But regardless the amount, you will. It's impossible, you know.
Of course, I know. And what about your favorite 3 guitarists of all time?
Well, as of today, it's very easy. It's Guthrie Govan. He is the best guitar player on the planet right now. Closely followed by Billy Strings. He needs a shout out here. He's a country guitar player that is just crushing it. Also, insane vocalist. Mm-hmm. And his band I hate them. It's too good. It's like crazy good. And Mike Dawes. He's an acoustic guitar player that is also like, what are you doing? And these are also, probably my all-time guitar heroes from the past is something different, but we all heard about them. So I figured these 3 guys, they're like new, up and coming, and just crushing it. So if you haven't heard any of those cats, check them out because it's next level.
Yeah. All right, and what about 3 essentials to take on tour with you?
3 essentials?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Guitar is a good thing to have. No, but I try to pack lighter and lighter because it's like you bring all this stuff and there's not a whole lot of room for moving about in a tour bus, so you have to really conserve it. So I guess, do I have any essentials? I guess my laptop so I can watch movies. I'm a complete movie buff.
Right.
And then just a toothbrush, and a couple of picks. I'm good to go.
Cool. What about 3 countries that you'd love to tour that you've never toured, which might be a difficult one? You probably tour over.
India, I've never been to. We played Malaysia and around those parts. I'm pretty sure that's not an entirely pleasant experience, but it would be cool to check it out.
Right.
And what else? Japan is insane, but we played there. I would love to go back. Mm-hmm. But what else? I can't really think. Most countries where there's like wars and shit going on, I don't want to go there. We played Israel, we played Russia, and that's not going to happen any time near the future, obviously.
No.
So it would be nice to go to a place where metal is not like a big thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Muslim countries where they're like, what the hell are you guys about? And the whole thing of like, there's no Christians, so the whole thing of Satan versus... It's not an issue. On the contrary, it's like, at least you're against the Christians. You're on our side.
Fair enough. Yeah, like Iraq.
No, I don't know. Like it's really. I think I've played pretty much every place that except India,
right,
and China. But that also seems to be a bit of a cultural clash. So.
Mm-hmm.
And also any country where there's like English is non-viable, I found that to be a bit scary if nobody speaks English anywhere. It's kind of like, I don't know. I'm a bit apprehensive.
All right, and now it's final 6, right? So which musician would you have in your car for a 24-hour road trip, dead or alive?
Come again? What was that? Sorry.
Which musician would you have in your car for a 24-hour road trip?
Christ, that is a good question. I would really love to hang out with. Actually, Well, Guthrie Govan.
Okay.
We met 20 some years ago, and he's a typical English bloke, insane sense of humor, and basically because I remember him as a really, really cool dude. And now he's got like, you know, the gig of the century with Hans Zimmer, who is like a hero of mine. So it's I don't know, I'll probably pick his brain on some of those sessions.
Amazing. All right, so if there was like a made up song, totally made up about your personality, what would it be called?
Oof. Something completely made up, being that I'm very tidy and has to have everything in complete order.
Right.
That is entirely made up. I'm completely chaotic in my but there's a method to the madness. But and to say that I'm rigid, I hope and I think that I'm pretty good at you know, making compromises in almost any situation. Because you have to.
Yeah. Would you like to be able to stop time or rewind time?
Ooh, I'll probably rewind time. I will probably go back to those, you know, right after, because the teens, as we all know, that's just one big fucking question mark, and it's like, who am I? But when you get out of the teens, like in the 20s, 1920s, and oh man, that was a good time. No aches in the body, no hangovers, no nothing. It was just, you just went full stop. Chicks actually looked at you, not with disgust, but like, yeah, okay. So that was glorious days.
I know, it's hard, isn't it? It's fucking hard getting old, mate, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
Every morning I wake up, I've been going back to the gym the last 3 months, and every morning I wake up to like shit. Right when you're up, it's like, oh, ache, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. But that's the good part. I mean, somebody said that, you know, you spend the first half of your life destroying the whole machinery, and then hopefully the other half repairing. And well, those things like eating well and going to the gym, that's not like something that you might be able to do. That's something you have to do. Or I mean, the pains are it's just unbearable. So that's positive. You have to work out at least, you know, between the drinking.
Yeah, between the drinking, absolutely. Totally, man. All right. So, do you prefer a festival or a small, intimate gig?
Small, intimate. I mean, I love festivals, but it's so hectic. The time schedule is so. I mean, as far as hanging out with other people, and then festivals any day of the week. But as far as performing on stage, I think the smaller the better. Really, it's really cool when you have the audience almost on stage. It creates some kind of, you know, if they're into it, it's those nights are the best. You know, with the festivals, there's always like, you know, 20 yards and security and in the middle of the day, and you know, it's the windy and all kinds of. So yeah, small venues. I prefer that, definitely.
Real. Do you prefer vinyl or digital?
There was a time when vinyl was the choice, but now I think, I mean, it has a really cool sound, but today you could recreate vinyl sound easily on your computer, but you cannot do it vice versa. And the full range, the low end, the high end that you can get out of digital gear it's just not comparable in the vinyl world. So I will go digital. But that, not having that said, I think, I mean, the analog sound and the vinyl sound is, we still haven't surpassed it in some sense, but it doesn't get better if you hang on to those ideals. You know, it's still. I think you should embrace new technology, and then if you want to make it sound old school, then it's up to you. So I think there's a bunch of bands out there that managed to get the old school vinyl analog sound across, but completely with digital gear. So I think I would, if I have to choose, it's digital.
And the final one, Abba or the Helicopters? Do you prefer Abba or the helicopter?
Oh, Abba. Oh, Abba. Easy, man. Abba is like my childhood. I mean, nothing wrong against the Helicopters. They're a great band. But I mean, Abba is insane. Songwriting is like, what the fuck? Beatles and Abba is like the best pop music ever made, if you ask me. And so easy, Abba.
All right, so you said
Although they've gotten a bit too much attention the past 25 years because they haven't done fuck all. Well, they did an album, which was good.
Yeah.
But no, but the songwriting skills on them chaps is just it's Mozart level, you know. It's proper composition. So I think people are going to be listening to ABBA in 100 years' time and still being like, how the hell did they do it, you know?
Cool. All right, as you mentioned ABBA, we've got a little bit of time. Which ABBA song would you cover?
Wow, that is a good question. I hope I don't have to. There's so many, but Voulez-vous is really good.
Right.
I can't remember the name of the Eagle something has a really powerful fly like a bird in the sky, something. I can't remember the name. I think it's something with Eagle. That's got a kind of a heavy metal chorus anthem-y thing going there. So, but I mean, with Katatonia, don't hold your breath.
No, it's not going to happen, is it? All right, mate.
If we do it, then it'll be completely changing so almost to the point where the song is unrecognizable, which is the way to do covers, I think. Anyways, it's like if you do a fast song, make it slow, or just make it your own by completely changing the vibe of it. I think that's. I've never been a fan of people just covering a song exactly as it was. Sometimes it's cool, but it's cooler when I was thinking about Tori Amos's version of "Raining Blood." It's you can't hear it's a Slayer song. Oh, did you just sing "Raining Blood"? And then it's like, yeah, that's "Raining Blood" cover. But it's I think that's a really cool way of doing covers. Hey everybody, this is Nico from Katatonia. Watch SEBS666. It will rock your world.